Good afternoon. Welcome to this quiet and sacred space, just for you and me, to chill, relax, and just gently breathe and get to know ourselves. So please join me, just breathing the conscious breath. There is no one way to breathe because it's automatic. But most people, I did at least, found I was breathing from the chest. And in order to bring that down into the body, or more into the body, is to push that tummy out when you're breathing in. Hey Simone, welcome. Yeah, for some reason, pushing that tummy out, really feeling deeply the breath, brings the nourishment for our light body deeper into our body, and you feel it better than if you're just shallow breathing from your chest. It also takes a lot of pressure off your heart. So just relaxing. And yeah, being aware of the crystalline atoms that you breathe in, travelling through your body. Reaching the far corners of you. And I don't think we can even imagine how deep we go. So just be with these crystalline atoms travelling into the depths of you. The light. Linda, hi. Hope you're relaxing. Got a nice chair to sit in. If you could just see one of these crystalline atoms, what would they look like, or what do they look like? I drew mine in a couple of my paintings. I didn't realise what they were. So maybe next week I'll show you. Simone saying she's housebound, cold weather, rain, well, and snow possibly. Whoa, on Friday. Well, we're in very unusual patterns now. Anyway, just focus on these crystalline atoms travelling through you, the depths. And just allow them to penetrate your original blueprint, the truth of you, the multidimensional, magnificent being you are, full of power. So these crystalline atoms are actually changing your DNA from the 2 strands we have now back to the original 12 and probably more will be revealed at some later stage. Changing our biology from carbon to crystalline. There's so much now going on in our bodies thanks to the light from all the suns. Very strong sunlight. And here in Spain, we feel the burning sensation when you're just out there in February. It's quite unusual. So I always say, make sure your heart is open. So keep checking in and just allow your heart to open like a rose petal. Oh, it's lovely to be with you, Linda, again. And when we allow that heart to open, the light can penetrate even deeper. So the human just has to receive and allow the rest to happen quite naturally. And in the meantime, we just enjoy life. Going back to these crystalline atoms, just imagine you have a shape in front of you. And I want you to transport yourself into this atom. There doesn't have to be a doorway. We just wobble through the outside and we find ourselves inside. First impressions. What do you feel? What do you see? What do you sense? I sense, wow, my stomach now is really going, wow. You know, as if you've had too much cake. It's like unexplainable, really. Magnificence beyond anything. And it's like the Doctor Who box. It's so big. And yet, these crystalline atoms appear to be so small. Ooh. Just stay with this feeling. You can always write down what you feel, and you don't have to understand it. Because just this experience, being here, being within these beautiful atoms of light, we are opening up to more of ourselves. Does it seem familiar to you? And it's by all means not cold, not hot, just beautifully in balance. what I'm understanding now is if I just expand this space to fill my entire body, my body can become this space, this beautiful space of balance. And it's like I don't have to be affected by the coldness or the heat. So whatever's going on outside, I am fine. So I become my own temperature gauge. It goes up and down according to the environment. Quite magical, wow. It's just nice to just stay in this space, because words just spoil everything. Just allowing our body to find a new balance. In this space, we come into contact with our true essence, that of compassion, confidence, joy, love, the power of love. And we begin to understand that our essence, this passionate essence, the original essence, is really not separate from us. So like our past human experience, where we've played our roles, gone to work, enjoying life, enjoying our husbands and wives and mothers and daughters. We followed a passion, but this was a human passion, which when we finish playing our roles, we seem to leave that all behind and come into this empty space, this silence. And we can get depressed because we wonder, what's happened? I don't feel anything anymore. But this is the transition period before we allow ourselves to dive deep within and come into contact with our essence. So you can imagine having a shower with all this light, love, joy, confidence. It is who you are, not separate from you at all. It had to be for you to have your human experience, because everything about the human life was for you to come into this space to realise your truth. And now, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but now we get to connect. We actually feel it. The truth, the joy, the love, confidence, the power we are. And it is a power of love. We just want to hug everybody and be with everybody, and the expansion, the possibility that we can expand and interconnect with everybody just like that. And I always get so excited about free energy coming into the life. I just feel that we're so ready for it, because everybody now in the politics, there is, whatever they have now, it's not working, and they don't know how to make it work anymore. Simone's saying, I felt that empty space as I awoke this morning. Deep, clear silence. Sense underneath flows that are becoming more of self. Yes. It's like we allow ourselves to expand into this space. And sense the truth. And then it's like the truth will come to us. We don't have to go out there anymore. It's all here to experience, or be the experience, because there is no difference between the experiencer and the experience. We are one with all. So then we can just come out, just like we went in, this crystalline atom, and just let them get on with their jobs, transforming our physical body, because this is something we can't do. We can't fix ourselves. We just have to allow the part of us, the divine part of us, to take us to this next space. Don't worry, your mind will never understand. And when you try and talk to people, they'll think you're crazy. But we know, we feel it in our bones that everything is coming back. We're remembering everything. We are going to embody our original blueprint. And yes, we are going to bring in free energy to power all our technology. And we're going to create communities together and decide how we want to live, what we want to do. We don't need to be governed anymore, because we are all responsible. But until this time, I just feel that, of course, waiting isn't really a good word to use, but the physical body needs linear time to get to a stage to work with us in a new way, new multi-dimensional way. So in this linear time, we can help our fellow human beings remember their magnificence too. So now is the time to create groups together, just to come together and, yeah, be quiet, make a noise, have a party. In a loving way, huh? So coming back always to the breath. Being aware of all these atoms travelling through our body, nourishing our light body. Like oxygen nourishes our cells. These atoms nourish our light body, our divinity, that is taking its place, its dominant place within. As we allow, sometimes it might be uncomfy, but as long as we know what's happening, there is no need to be afraid, because as soon as we get afraid, boom, it all stops. Our magic stops. And as I wrote in a blog last Monday, fear is just an energy based on the misinformation that we are lacking. That was just part of the game, to get us to become slaves or to be controlled. But everybody is powerful, magnificent, rich in their own right. We are all creators. We can create, or we create our life. We just have to become aware of our creations and make sure they're ones that we like. Hi Deborah. Just rounding off, so you might have to listen back. It was a good inner journey into our crystalline atoms. So I don't know if the others want to write how you felt. What did your crystalline atoms feel like? I think the most dominant colour was this deep velvet red, like a very rich carpet. So, yeah, loving. So that is a message in itself, that Barbara is so loving, huh? Sometimes we forget this. Yeah, so coming back to the conscious breath. And allow the new energies to serve you, your body, your mind. Allow yourself to forget all the nonsense. Don't go into the Alzheimer's, dementia. It's not necessary. And a few times a day, just tune into your heart. Breathe from the back to the front, horizontally, allowing it to open. And I always use, I am love, I am love, I am love. It always gives me a lovely feeling. And I always wake up with this and go to sleep with this. And be very grateful for everything, for all my friends. Some I've never met, but some I'm happy to have met. Linda? Okay. That feels as if that's just right. So I leave you by saying I love you. You are magnificent. Please never forget it. What is so wonderful is feeling into your energy and truth. Gratitude. Oh, you're so sweet, Linda. But you know, you can only feel what you are. And that is the truth. And I'm grateful for that. So, know your magnificence. Own it. And Debbie's just come in, but I'm just going, so I'll say hello and goodbye. I love you, magnificent lady, and listen to it because it was a good one today. Well, it's good always, huh? Okay. Adios, amigas.